Hey everyone, today I've got the Boss Baby movie review. A suit-wearing, briefcase-carrying baby pairs up with his older brother to stop the evil plot of a CEO of a puppy company. So as far as the story goes, Tom McGrath, who previously directed all of those Madagascar movies for DreamWorks, creates this movie that kind of makes it seem like I'm watching a baby Donald Trump sort of strolling around telling people what to do and ordering little babies around and just trying to get things done his way. Yes, it does have its moments being fast-paced 1 minute, and then it gets really slow moving within the second half of the movie. But I felt like the first half hour of the movie was the slowest part, because when it was just trying to build up, what this movie was all about, it really didn't keep me as interested as I thought it was going to be, and it was surprising because it did look really funny because of Alec Baldwin playing the voice of the lead character, and then it just started to get really weird and all over the place. So it was kind of like Baby Geniuses meets animation, so the plot was sort of jumping from one scenario to the next. You don't really know exactly what point it's trying to make, because at first it's all about the family and the brothers trying to get used to one another because didn't the stork drop off the baby, or did Men's Warehouse? I mean, I don't even know how that all sort of happened. They sort of like go into it, and then it just all sort of gets really weird, like Playtime turns into like Fantasyland. So I don't know, it was just really strange. But as far as the casting goes, Alec Baldwin plays this baby that just comes in because obviously the parents had a baby, but then they didn't really explain like how the baby even got there, so it was kind of like a weird older brother's imagination of how this all sort of happened. But I thought he did a decent job. It was sort of like on the borderline of being just okay. I was really expecting a lot more, because from what I've seen of Alec Baldwin playing a sort of bossy character like this, I mean, I mentioned this in my Trail Thursday video, that when he was on SNL doing those Donald Trump skits, that the Boss Baby would, look just like that, but then obviously toned down for a kids movie, and here it just, I don't know, it didn't completely sit right with me, and I wasn't completely impressed by it. Quite frankly, I didn't care who else was in the movie, like Jimmy Kimmel and Lisa Kudrow playing their parents. So you would think, this whole cast of funny actors just doesn't really flow very well. The things that I liked about this movie, I mean, for being a kids animated movie, it was cute at times, so it did have that factor. And for me, trying to judge it just by itself and not based off of other movies that I've seen, and I haven't even seen Storks. So, I mean, that's a different production company, but still, it's like the same sort of concept. And it did have some comedy, but I wouldn't say it, it definitely wore off quickly. The things that I didn't really like about this movie was that in the end, it really just was not that funny. And I did not really find myself laughing watching this movie, because, quite honestly, this movie was boring. And I felt like it had a weak antagonist. It just didn't really do much explaining everything that was going on because of how jumbled up the plot was. And there's like little play dates with babies, and it's like being treated like a board meeting. And then there's the little fights between the brothers, but then do they get along in the end? So it's one of those things that just left me really confused and scratching my head. So overall, I would say that The Boss Baby just really was a disappointment, and it's a surprising disappointment at that, because I didn't care what the Rotten Tomatoes score for this movie was. I just wanted to see it for, you know, what it was. So I'm kind of on the fence about recommending it. I honestly think there are better movies coming out this week that I'd want to see, like Ghost in the Shell, which hopefully I'll get a chance to see and review for you guys. So I would give this 2.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of The Boss Baby, and as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.